part 2 to what if Deku had a harem quirk. Alright, so we pretty much well, before we go any further, if you fuck with any videos I do, put a part 2, part 3, continue this, put some likes down, help the boy out so I'll know what videos to do. I also put a part 3 out to what if Deku was raised by wolves. Not too many people fuck with that. Also, if you do have any suggestions for what ifs, I always gotta say this, please, for the love of God, give me some context, all right? Because sometimes people be on that shit, right? They be on that, what if Deku got married? And I'm like, how the hell am I gonna make him married? He's like 14, 15 throughout most of the show. Then, after I asked this person, they were like, oh, marriage quirk. I'm like, I technically already did a what if like that without just the marriage part. He had 2 different quirks. So, if you give me a what if, give your boy some context to work with, okay? Please and thank you. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about it. So basically, Deku, your boy, he basically got the quirk from another motherfucker and this female, and then he defeated this villain. So he's all cut up, bruised up, battered up on some shit, right? He's sobbing for real, but he doesn't pass out. He's just slightly unconscious, if that makes any sense. And everybody else is slowly like making their way to him. And then they're like, Deku, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I think I'm good. And so what ended up happening, right, as everyone's getting up, also take to note, they're like 10-ish, around that age mark, even though they're all like around the same age. So take this into account. So what ended up happening, right, is they're all kind of like banged up and bruised up. Todoroki and your boy Bakugo pull up and it's like, you good, man? He's like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, oh, so that's what your face looks like, because he's always had his face covered, even like if he's in the shower on some shit. He's on that like Kakashi type beat, right? And so what ended up happening is Uraraka gets up last, and Deku also has like this outfit that like reduces his sweat hormones, or like basically every person excretes a certain type of hormone naturally, but for Deku it's amplified times like an infinite. So what ended up happening, right, is your boy Deku has like, a fit made to prevent this shit from happening. But as I told you, his shit got destroyed at that previous battle. So Uraraka's like, what's that smell? It smells really really nice. Why do I feel like this? Her body starts to feel warm. Her eyes, her pupils slowly, forcefully start to turn heart-like, and she starts to fall in a daze, and Deku's still trying to regain himself and regain his bearings. Yeah, out the mask. He's like, fuck. And then when he does that, most of his technical power does get released. So it's like a large gust. It's almost like midnight. It's like a large gust of pheromones pull up to them. And the only people that got affected by it was the surrounding females that were nearby. And since this was a villain attack, people came out originally to help your boy Deku out. Because it was like, oh, thank you. They're going to be on some shit like that, right? But what ended up happening was all the females started like marching towards this nigga. And he's like, oh shit. And he started getting a healing quirk, and he was so confused. He was like, what the fuck? Why am I healing myself? No! He looks around and like you see Uraraka in the crowd, and he's like, no, fuck. And Bakugo and Todoroki are confused. They're like, what's wrong, Deku? And he's like, bro, my quirk. They're like, wait, your quirk. And then they all kind of have like mini flashbacks of times that he was acting weird, or didn't want to shake a female's hand, or anytime he didn't have his gloves on him, or something like that. And then you're like, don't tell me your quirk can do this. Yeah. Oh shit. And so what ended up happening, right, is he tells all the guys, everyone, if you have a significant other or someone, get them away from me. It's my quirk. It's activated voluntarily. This is why I always keep myself covered. Oh, he started getting a healing quirk. He grew wings. He was like, ah, shit. Control. Control. He's trying to reduce it, but oh, it fucked up, bro. One of these females touched your boy. She said, it was like a damn near shock, okay? And Deku was like, no. And immediately, this nigga got all her knowledge. Her quirk was third eye. It allows her to perceive reality on a different plane, and also allows her to astral project. So, this nigga Deku was like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? Because, like, he can't do anything. He's like, wait, I can fucking fly. He flies up, he grabs Todoroki and Bakugo and tells them, grab Uraraka. And then they fly off. Deku's like, damn. He doesn't know how to use the quirk fully, right? So he tells Bakugo and Todoroki, Todoroki, can you make any more ice? He's like, no, not really. I'm kind of reached my limits on both sides. Plus, I'm kind of trying to hold back Uraraka. So Bakugo and Todoroki are holding back Uraraka from pouncing on Deku. And he's like, fuck. All right, I got an idea. Bakugo cushions the fall with an explosion. Boom! He starts spinning in like mad circle, going straight down towards the ground and shit. Bakugo hits an explosion. Boom! He drops them down. He's like, this is gonna hurt. Seems like, wait, I got wings. So he uses these artificial wings and cushion his fall. Boop, 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 boop. Whew. Then he slides up. He really flew to a random ass area. So it's not like he flew with somewhere, you know, in mind where he's like, I'm gonna go here for sure. And then after he did that shit, he was pretty much like, oh, right. And then he's trying to desperately look for something to cover himself up. But then he's like, fuck, what do I do? He's seen like some surrounding shit like that. He grabbed that and put that shit on him. It was like some teared up clothes, rags and shit, you know, basic shit. And then he basically told Uraraka and not Uraraka, he told Bakugo and Todoroki to knock out or immobilize Uraraka. And so what ended up happening is they do that, and then Deku basically explains his full quirk. And then they realize that they low-key kind of forgot DK, but before they could even realize they did that, he appears, and he's just like, nah, it's all good. And he was like, hey, here, I brought some spare clothes for you. It's basically Deku's fit. And so Todoroki surrounded him with like ice, just so no one would see this or anything would leak out. And then Deku's like, all right, we probably need to get home. And then they're like, wait, but where are we? Looking around, realizing they're in like an awkward part of the city. Like, we could just say that it was somewhere random in town. And they're like, damn, wait. Bakugo's like, wait, I think I know of this place. And Todoroki's like, yeah, I think I do too. This is the highest criminal rate in the area, or like not in Japan, but just in the area. I don't know where exactly, but it has the highest criminal rate, and like most of the villains are like, you know, decently strong. So they're like, damn, we're gonna need to make a hideout or a base. And DK's smirking. Everything's going according to plan. So anyways, what would end up happening, right, is DK would be like, yeah, let's go follow me, I got an idea. So they don't know what his quirk is, so he just leaves it ambiguous. So he touches the ground, like they walk for about 15 to 20-ish minutes with Uraraka like carrying her, and Bakugo's like, why am I the one that gotta carry her? So anyways, they pull up, and then all you hear is beep boop beep beep boop boop beep boop beep beep, and then the place opens up and they all go in. They're like, all right, this was gonna be where we hang out for the time being. And yeah, because like they can't just walk, because they were flying at pretty fast speeds. Because if Deku flew any slower, the person that had a ring quirk and anybody else that could get to him would get to him. It's just like they basically become possessed, and they're like, we must serve, we must help, we must, you know, on some shit like that. So what would end up happening is they would do that, and then they would begin to like recover, since they're kind of, you know, low down on stamina. They literally just got done fighting for their lives. And that would be where we pretty much end this part off. of part 2 to what if Deku had a hammer quirk. And I also most likely will make part 3 longer if it gets any, like, you know, traction or people fucks with it, because I did say I was gonna do another one if we got to 20 likes. Catch y'all.